um, what you call, oh, the landscape view. Hi, everyone. Hello. I will be crocheting. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Betty McNitt, and I'm going to be working on star blankets tonight. I'm using up some stash that I have. I have a bunch of these Ogos, and now we know that they're going away. So um, I call it my Ogo graveyard. So I decided I'm going to clear out my Ogo graveyard. I bought a bunch of them for this project here, and on this platform, that one, I bought a bunch of them for that. You can see some on the shelves behind me. I have a bunch more there too, and I have a bunch of like blue and gray ones, and I spent a couple of hours today just like deconstructing them because I don't like working off of them. And I want to be able to control the colors. I don't want to have any mid-round color changes. And when I was doing that, I found this little guy. What do you know? So he's perfectly set up. And so I'm going to do a star blanket. So I'm not going to start at the beginning. So this won't be like a real tutorial, but I'll do what I've done before, is like put the different colors up, and then you all can pick what you think I should do next. So I'll do that right now. I'll shift this up there, and then let me put my ball winder aside. The word ball is never not funny, and so ball winder is that much funnier to me. I don't know. Not get myself in trouble by telling dirty jokes tonight. Let's keep it clean, Betty. Let's keep it clean. Let's move this. Okay, and then on this platform, I'm going to, where is it? You can't, oh, it's right there. I'm going to flip. There we go. I got this guy up to what is that, row 1, 2, 3, set up row 4. I kind of have the pattern memorized, so hi, Andrew. Let me just do a couple little housekeeping things here. I've been trying to go live for the last 2 days. Been trying to do automatically place, yes. Okay. Let me get the comment window up. I can hear your comments. Hi, Andrew. Making a 6-day blanket in Halloween colors. Wow. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. I had a little, here we go. Okay. I know I look like I have it all put together, but you should see my desk. It's insane. Like as if Andrew is over on YouTube. Andrew, Amy's looking for you. Hi, Teresa. I'm looking for a yarn winder for 18 ounce or larger. What might you recommend? Thank you, Terry. I do have a favorite one. I have an affiliate link for one. I actually just ordered a new one today. Kept wondering about you when that hurricane came through. Oh, thank you, Della. You're so sweet. I was actually in Las Vegas with my sister Amy. I left on Wednesday and it came through Wednesday night, so I missed it. And everything's fine here. I had a little problem with my door, my front door, but it's being repaired now, so I'm good. I'm totally good. Let's see. Okay, so that's what I've already done. And then I think I'm mostly going to do blues and greens for this. Some of these Ogos, I bought them. I bought them for this color right here, which I'm actually using in that blanket. So this was the only actual color that I wanted out of this one. So I have a bunch of these that I bought on clearance just to take this color out of. So all these other colors, excuse me, are what is left. So let me, I've already done that. So that's a no. And then I also have some like white, but I don't feel like white goes with everything. Cream, sometimes I'll see people say, I don't know what colors to do. And then the suggestions will be like, put some cream in it. And I'm like, nah. Hello. I'm having a ball watching you. How are we feeling about any of these? Hi, Nishaya. Good to see you. It's good to see all of you. It's good to be live. I really like coming on live and just crocheting. Let me see. Do we need some other options? I've got this. There's also this. And then I'll just throw this out there. Then there's this. I wasn't going to put these two in this one. I'm going to try and do the Star, Superstar, and Supernova. I have one vote for teal and then one vote for purple. So I'm going to go teal and then purple. And then what I decided to do with this one, I like to change between the granny rounds. So I decided I'm going to change. This is 2 rounds. This is 2 rounds. And after this, I'm going to change every 3 rounds. So that's kind of like the snowflake effect. Okay. I'm in my Facebook group. I'm in the 6-day. Andrew's asking what other platform I'm on. I'm on YouTube, and I am in my Facebook group, the 6-day blanket group. Yeah, so if you're over there, if you're commenting from the Facebook group, you oh wait, I have that thing from Restream. Let me send that chat. Read only, it says. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to see your comments. Okay. Hey, Dumpster Hat. Amy says, where is Kathy? She picks good. Yeah, but you and her will always pick the pink. Okay, so I'll set these aside for now. I'll put this one, he's next in line, purple, after this. So, let's see. This is the regular 6-day star blanket, and I might do some Ridgy-Dig rounds in it. I did tell Andrew you're on TikTok. Andrew, Amy's on TikTok. Victoria says, oh my God, how did, wait a minute, what hook is this? And, oh, this is what I'm using. How did TikTok know I'm doing my first ever star blanket? I don't know. The algorithm just knows sometimes. The algorithm. Okay. So since you're doing your very first one, this is set up round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing? I have the pattern memorized, so I don't know how helpful this is going to be for first timers or newbies or whatever. I didn't even start at the beginning, but here you go. I'm going to mark this The one behind your hook is the stitch where you're going to join when you come back. So I'll be good and I'll do that. And then in the points, you're going to do 3, 3, 3. 3 double crochet. Oh, I'm so glad you find them helpful. I really need I really need my YouTube to be like cleaned up with chapters and stuff like that. So, because I know people really like need it to follow along, but I'm just really bad at. I like going live and talking to people while I crochet, but I don't like editing videos. Okay, and so on each side of the double crochet 3 together, you're going to do a double crochet 3 together. This is setup round 5. This is pretty. This is nice. How's everybody been? How's your September so far? Who's doing the stash bust September? Not technically doing it because I think they have specific prompts and stuff, but I just thought this would be a great project for scraps. Is the 6-day star blankets like might be the perfect project for scraps. So I thought I'm gonna jump on this trend like the old lady that I am. Watch me jump on the trends. I actually sat in on the Craft Yarn Council, not Craft Yarn Council, the Craft Industry Alliance did a trends like what do they call that, webinar today, a 30-minute trends webinar, and told us that the granny squares and are trending, which we all knew, and punch needle is trending, and macrame, and all the stuff we're doing over here on TikTok. They're like, it's trending. How do you find these trends? And I'm like, get on TikTok. Everyone's doing it over there. You will find them. Let me maybe zoom in a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Thanks for following. Amanda says, I have been trying to stash busts since July. I've only bought a few skeins to finish off current projects. I just like the idea of, taking this month to like clean out, reorganize, finish up whips. And I don't know, I just like the idea of it. It's like a change of seasons. The light within me too says, love the colors, great combination. Thank you. I just laid out the yarn and somebody on the live picked it. My sister said, do the teal. So I change colors every 3 rounds. So if you want to vote on the next color change, actually this one's next. we decided that. But then after that, if you'd like to vote, I might pull some more colors out of my stash bucket over here too that I've got of deconstructed Ogos from the Ogo graveyard. Kayan Harmon says, I'm currently making the 6-day kit blanket. Awesome. How's it going for you? Great so far. Awesome. It's been so nice here. Like I said, I missed that whole hurricane, and the weather's been amazing. I am volunteering for the sea turtle organization, and all the turtles have laid their there's we kind of guard and watch over the turtle nests. I'm getting a little bit of curling here, but I don't think it's enough for me to, like, look, I can lay it down. It's going to be fine. I am already using a, what is this? This is like a 8 or 8 millimeter. This is an 8 millimeter hook. And let's see what they say we should be using with the Ogos. 6. So I'm already 2 millimeters above what I recommend. So I'm not going up any higher. It's fine. Okay, and here's my, listen, the pattern says to, I'll just do it the way the pattern says. The pattern says slip stitch. Okay, let me take this out. This is where I'm going, the one that I marked. Slip stitch into the top of the double crochet 3 together. Okay, and then it says chain 1. And then it says single crochet. And now you want to mark this, the one right behind the loop on your hook, the last one stitch you completed. Because when you come back around, you don't want to join, you don't want to make a single crochet into this stitch. This is not a stitch. This is your slip stitch. That's your chain up, and that's your stitch. So you're going to skip over these 2 right here. And this is going to be the last single crochet that you make in the top of this cluster. Okay, so single crochet. You won't have to count if you mark your stitch. Okay, I'm not even looking at the pattern, so I'm not sure what it says. I don't remember. I have it pulled up. I could look at it. What round am I on? Setup round what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, single crochet in each stitch around, working 3 in the chain. Join with a slip stitch. Be sure to join to the top of the single crochet and not the slip stitch. You should have 4 on each side of the peak and 3 in the chain 3 space. Okay. 4 on each side of the peak. 1. I don't like to count as I'm going along because I like to watch my show. Okay, so 4 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that makes sense, right? Because you have 3 and you have a cluster. You have 3, 1 and 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So, stop making me tell you everything. Stop making me give you all the counts and all the stuff, and you know, use your brains. You can do it. Trust yourself. I think that's the real issue, is when you're first starting out, you don't really trust yourself. And you're afraid to frog because it's like, oh, all that time. But frogging is part of crochet. When you have been doing crochet for a while, then you can crochet faster, and it's like not as big of a deal. But I think when you're first starting out and you're like, oh, trying to do everything exactly right, it takes a lot longer. And then when you have to rip, it's like heartbreaking. With this pattern, it should work out. You shouldn't have to fudge. So if something's not working, then it's probably you have misread the pattern or misunderstood something. I'm not perfect. There are errors that do get by, but this one's been done so many times. So if it doesn't come out right, don't try to fudge your numbers. Figure it out or reach out for help. Whoops. Hi, everyone. Thanks for following. Thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome. I'm making a star blanket. I'm busting my stash. I'm going to bust that stash. I have my stash of Ogos. It's about all I'm going to get through. And if I get through it all, I'll be really happy because I have a lot of it. Britt says, I made one star blanket and some sides were longer than others, but overall it laid flat, so I was happy. Well, there you go. Okay, so that's my last stitch of the row. I'm not going to make a stitch into that because that's my slip stitch. That's my chain up. I'm going to slip stitch into this guy. Okay, right here. The one that I marked. So this is where people end up with like, how many stitches am I supposed to have? Count them down. 1, 2, 3 in the double crochet, and then 4. Don't work that. That's your slip stitch. Okay. Now I'm going on to set up round 7, I think it is. Here's another place where people get messed up. I joined with a slip stitch, and now the beginning of the next row starts with a slip stitch. So you join with a slip and then you slip again, and that's just moving me over 1 stitch because the double crochet row starts here and not on the first stitch. So it's a chain 3 and then 3 double crochet, and then you're going to have 5 double crochet in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And don't try to do this just from this video if you're watching the replay on this. Don't try to do this from the video alone. Get the pattern. It's free on my website, 6-Day Star Blanket, bettymcknit.com, and follow along. Even if you don't think you can read patterns very well. Because a lot of people have told me that they learned how to read patterns by reading my pattern and working along with the video. Okay, so I have 4 double crochet coming down, and then skip 2, and then 4 to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do that all the way around. 4, skip 2, and then 4, and then 5 in the peak. Oops. Okay, I have seen people, if you're going to do a scrappy star, I have seen people take their scraps and wind them all up into one big ball and tie them together. And I'm not going to say I don't recommend doing that because I've seen it done and it looks really cute, but I don't recommend magic knot. I think if I were going to do that, I would, in fact, on some of these, I did tie the ends of the yarn together in the cake, you know, when I caked it up, but I'm not going to leave those knots in my project. I'm going to untie them and I'm going to weave them in. I just don't think that knots in the work look nice. I understand why people want to use them, but I've seen them come undone a lot. People say, I've never had one come undone, and they do definitely come undone. Who else is crocheting? What you working on? Man blanket. She's doing the never-ending man blanket. That is a blanket that takes forever. I just finished the 6-day beach house blanket, and it's my favorite blanket of all time. Knitting Fever gave me the yarn, the Noro yarn to make it with. The 6-day and then some man blanket. The 6-month blanket. I got these little gel things to put my arms and elbows on, and they definitely help, but they're a little awkward. I wish I could kind of like wrap them around, or if they were like flexible, because they kind of need to go on the edge. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to change colors every 3 rows, and so this is my 3rd row, and I'm going to change to the Hello Brazil, welcome, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you want to skip the last one of the row, and you already skipped one over here when you did a slip stitch. Amanda says, I'm working on my Thule mosaic blanket. It's for my husband. I've never made him anything before. Aw. Thought it was about time. Married 25 years this year. Aw, that's nice. Okay, so I'm fastening off. And I'm just going to pull that through. And then I wrap this around the next stitch. So I do like an invisible join, sort of. And then this is just a weird thing I do. I just pull it through the backs of like 3 stitches. And then I work over that, and then I'll weave it in when I'm all done. There we go. Lay your work down at the end of every round and check it over. This is curling a little bit, but I can press it down and get it to lay flat, so I think it's going to be fine. I'm already 2 millimeters larger than what the yarn recommends, the yarn label, so I think that's as high as I'm going to go. We've already, hey Pat, you lost power. She said they're crocheting their 6-day kid blanket by candlelight. Lost power in PA around 4 p.m. Wow. I hope y'all stay safe. Okay, so I'm going to do this one next, and then I'm going to do something I haven't published yet. This has been published in the McKnitiverse, but I'm going to actually do the Ridgy Dig row on this in a way that I haven't published publicly yet, and I'm not sure it works. But first of all, when I fasten off and I join a new color, I like to rotate and join it in a new place. Okay, and then in order to Ridgy Dig, I'm actually going to flip the work, and I'm going to work from the wrong side. And you know, when you make a 6-day star blanket, you're working all on one side. And so there's a right side of the blanket and a wrong side of the blanket. And I just decided that I wanted to try and do the Ridgy Dig so that there would be, so that the blanket could be reversible. And I don't know if it's going to look great or not. Also, in order to make that Ridgy Dig from the right side, you'd have to do back post double crochet, and I just don't like doing it. So if you don't want to flip the blanket, you can do exactly what I'm doing from the right side of the work and just do back post instead of front post. But I'm gonna do front post because that's what I prefer. I just don't like doing back post. I don't know why. It's awkward to me. Okay, so here we go. Let me find the center of this. And I'm going to Ridgy Dig this bad boy. Ridgy Dig. Was Diane Kage, I believe her last name is pronounced Kage. She does it from the other side. She's the one that came up with this stripe, and she does it from the other side. Okay, so you're going to start with a standing stitch. You can do it. Put a slip knot on your hook. And then you're going to join wherever you have a skip 2, not this one, but this one. And so we're just going to start with front post double crochet. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in the peak, you do 5 double crochet just the regular way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then you go back to doing front post. So when you do a front post, you work around the post of the stitch from the front. If I wanted to do back post, I would work around the post of the stitch from the back. So it would work from the back. Okay, but this is front post. So we're working from the front. Okay, and skip 2. It's really exactly the same as the star blanket, except on this round, you flip it and you do front post. Or you can not flip it at all and do back post. But the stitch counts, everything is the same. Oops. Five in the center, and then 5 front post, double crochet going down the side. Skipping 2 in the valley. And who knows, like I said, maybe this won't even look great. I haven't tried it yet. This is me trying it. I'll just flip it over really quick so you can see what that looks like on the other side. So because I'm going to flip it every time, it's going to have this ridge on both sides. And if you just want it all on one side, you don't ever have to flip it. You can just, what's going on here? Whoops. Hold on. Hey. There we go. You could have them all on one side by just doing back post instead of front post. Skip 2. Whoops. And then 5 in the peak, just in the top of the stitch the normal way. Hi, Debbie. You're still weaving ends? What are you weaving ends on? Your goddess? Whoops. This is really getting big already. 6-day blankets work up really fast. They get big really fast. Hi, Cindy. I'm doing the 6-day star blanket. Yeah, it's really pretty. I mean, I don't hate this yarn. I guess they're not gonna, what is it? Colorama. I mean, I'd love it if they just gave us this yarn. With how many did you start? Well, I didn't start on the live, but the pattern is on my website, bettymcknit.com. It's the 6-day star blanket. This row, the way that I'm doing this row, is a variation on the regular pattern, but it's just this one row that's different. It looks like it's going to be really soft. Yeah, it's squishy. It'll be a nice, I think it's a 5 weight. Yeah, it's a 5. It does have like the acrylic-y feel, but it's decent yarn. It's like a good sturdy acrylic, and the colors are nice. I don't always like the colors that they put together. I think that I have colors here from a couple different colorways. I'm not sure actually, because I threw out all the labels. I shouldn't do that. Savvy says, OMG, I didn't realize you were on TikTok. I made the 6-day zigzag blanket for my mother-in-law this year. I hope she loved it. Yes, I'm here. I was saying earlier, I think I might be the oldest person here. I don't know. I don't really care though. That's why I always say I'm your crochet mama. And because how I'm always like giving people advice and telling them, don't tie knots. Don't tie knots. Don't do magic loop in the middle of your blanket. It'll fall apart. You'll shoot your eye out. You better swatch first. Those are all my things I say. Oh man, I should have marked this. But we're going to do the same thing here where we slip stitch, chain up, and then single crochet into the same space, and then I'm going to mark it. So when you come back around, that doesn't count and that doesn't count. You're going to switch from here to here. Everyone's telling me how much older they are than me now. Lay it down and admire it. That's another old lady thing I say. Put your work down. Take breaks. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? So I'm going to keep working from the wrong side and then flip back and forth. I feel like maybe I should have flipped somewhere back in here, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Might not be noticeable in the end, and I might not like it. Share, copy link. Yeah, make sure you share the live. Even if you just copy the link, I heard that it counts as sharing it. I hate when I get like people send me like random lives, like just because they're trying to share the live. I'm like, why are you sharing this with me? I don't know you. So you don't have to do that and annoy people, but yeah, click the link, copy link. Amanda says, looking lovely, like those last two colors together. Those are nice, right? It looks really nice. Okay, now we're going to crank out a single crochet round, and then this is round 7. Actually, I think it might be set up round 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this was set up round 8. So here's the thing about the star, the 6-day star, the superstar, and the supernova. The first 8 rounds are the same for all 3. Okay, so if you want to start along with me tonight and you want to do a superstar, or let's say when I get back on here next, I'm going to restart that superstar. And let's say you don't want to do a superstar, you want to do a star. It's the same, it'll be the same. You can still work right along with me on the first 8 rounds. The star blanket has 7 points of equal size. The superstar has 14 points of equal size, and it's more round than star-shaped. And the supernova has 7 large points and 7 small points. But they all start out with the same 8 setup rounds. Okay, so you could do your setup rounds and then decide, what do I want to do here? I think the 6-day star blanket is the easiest. After you do those setup rounds, it's just repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. It's just getting bigger. Real easy to memorize. The superstar has a couple setup. It has, I think, 11 setup rounds. So it has like 3 additional setup rounds. And they people do struggle to understand them sometimes, but I'm going to walk you through it. But after you do those setup rounds, those 11 setup rounds, then it's repetitive, repetitive, repetitive also. And the points don't get as big as the star blanket. It's more round. And then the supernova, it's actually the most complicated of the 3. But once you understand what's happening, like if you've already done a star blanket, you can probably tackle the supernova if you want a little bit more of a challenge. But it is really a spectacular effect of the blanket having the large points and the small points. It looks really nice. But yeah, it is a little bit more work to understand the pattern. It has a lot more rows. It's not repetitive as so much. You have to think more. It's not mindless. Yeah, it does. I don't have one here, but I am going to do one this month. I haven't done it. I've done the star here a couple of times. I've done the superstar. But I've never done this supernova. So that's the one people say, when are you going to do the supernova? And then last year I did tree skirts from these patterns. So you can make a 6-day star blanket inspired tree skirt for your holiday tree. Somebody did one for their Halloween. People do these Halloween trees now. And they did it with like purple and orange and black, and it was really cute. By the way, I learned in that trend talk today about like the new Halloween colors are like softer. They're like softer orange and like pink and tan. It's like not so scary. But they're like soft, warm Halloween colors with the little ghost icon. That's the thing, which I think is sweet. I don't know. You know, people are saying traditional Halloween colors are like black and green and orange and purple. Like, when did the green and purple become Halloween colors? It was always just black and orange back in my day. It says Amy Lynn and they're laughing. What's she saying? Because I don't think I'm seeing all the comments. Be good. Be nice. Oh, okay. Is it hard to what? Do you mean count? I don't think it's hard to count. Okay. And now this one that I marked is where I'm going to join. Okay, and round 2 is chain 2, double crochet 2 together in the same space. The star blanket is different from the traditional 6-day kit blanket. The 6-day kit blanket has 2 double crochet 3 together clusters with a skip 4 in between. I had to spell what you're doing. LOL, had to ask Siri. Yes, crochet. It's crochet, which means hook in French. Okay, now we're skipping 2, 3 double crochet. Round 2 is the pain round. Skip 2, 3 double crochet. Skip 2, 3, 3, 3 in the peak. So we did 4 up here, so it'll be the third one, the one over to the left. Thank you, Marie likes to crochet. How you doing, my friend? I'm always popping in your live. Now you're here in my live. I love it. I was thinking about you when I was getting ready to come on this live because I took a shower right before I came on and my hair was wet. And I was like, I really shouldn't be going live with my hair wet. But I was like, Marie wears her bonnet on her lives. So I can too. I can come with my hair wet. You enabled me, or empowered me, I should say. I know. I love it. You're just you're so authentic. It's great. It's inspiring. We're just here to crochet. You got that right. I didn't want to dry my hair. I don't like to put heat on my hair. I was like, oh, well, they can just deal with it. They really don't care what my hair looks like anyways. They just want to see me crochet. Okay, there's the beginning of round 2, what that's going to look like. Stop and take a little break. Is that the same? I'm going to need that. Oh yeah, this is my pattern, the 6-day star blanket. I'm not really following it because I have it memorized, but it's the 6-day star blanket. It's free on my site, bettymcknit.com. Marie, you make all those hexagon cardigans. I want you to make mine someday. I'm going to send you a copy of it. You can't read patterns. Yeah, but I have all the videos you can follow along. It's like the easiest. I want to challenge you. If I had $1 for everybody that said, I can't read a pattern, and then if I had another dollar for everybody that said, I couldn't read patterns until I did your pattern along with your videos. And then I learned how to read patterns. Listen, 30 years. I want to get the bling thread you weave in with the yarn when I do either my chaos scarf or hex cardi. That'll be cool. Yeah, but this pattern isn't that hard. Especially not for somebody like you that crochets a lot. I mean, I had people who didn't even know how to crochet at all make the 6-day star blanket. It's really easy. My mom and grandma used to be so mad teaching me as a kid. That's why you can't do it. I'm actually not very good at making like video only patterns, but I do have a lot of videos that you can use along with the written patterns that I think help people out a lot. I just don't, there's just too much going on sometimes with this particular pattern. Not so much this one, but like the 6-day kid blanket. There's too much information to convey with a with just a video. That's true. I mean, that's how I became a designer. If we're, you know, I I mean, I do read patterns and I do follow patterns, but I always wanted to change something. There's always something I was like, oh, this could be better, you know, or this, I want it different. Oops. Good. That's too short. I think I just like doing things my own way. I think that's my main problem. All right, my dear. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I just love your content. I think you're so funny. And I love the sweaters you make. All right. I see it. I imagine it. I make it. That's a gift. Aw, I'm sorry your cat's not well. Poor thing. I really miss having animals, man. I was feeling bad this week, and my dog was just sick. Oh, yeah, they can be so expensive. Vet bills can be so expensive. I mean, I had this dog one time that was on 5 different kinds of medication every week, every day. He had to take a bunch of different stuff. It was insane. And my ex-husband was the type that was like, "Oh, just put him down. I'm not paying all that money." So one day I packed up all 3 dogs and I left. I was like, "I'll pay it." Those 3 dogs got me through that divorce. They were better husbands to me than he was. I was like, "Dude, no, I don't think so." Sadly, all my dogs are gone now, but I was just thinking yesterday, like I really want a dog again. I haven't had one for like 3 years. And I was talking to my friend, and uh I just was feeling sad, and I was like, I need a dog. If you're a good owner and can't afford a dog, then reach out and foster rescues, pay for the vetting, win-win. Okay. Oh, cancel my vacation. They're worth it because they love you unconditionally. They bring so much joy, and they're, I don't know, people should take a lesson. That's how I feel. Dogs really know how to love, and people should take a lesson sometimes. That's how I feel. My ex-husband's family was always just like, if the vet bill is going to be more than $50, we're just going to put the dog down. I'm like, $50? You can't even walk into the door of a vet's office for $50. Yeah, the only thing about this is I should have, oh, maybe not. I was going to say I should have flipped sooner, but maybe not. It's fine. I think I have to wait until I see the whole. My dog cost $3,400 one day. Yep, that was my trip to Italy canceled. Yeah, I had this chow chow that was bitten by a rattlesnake one time, and the anti-venom for that, the serum, whatever, was like $1,500 a vial, and they were like, he needs 2 of them. And I was like, holy crap. I was like, and I just asked the vet, I was like, would you do it if it were your dog? Like, is he going to survive? And he was like, yep, yep, he'll survive. And he did. He survived it. He lived, he got through it, and he lived many, many years after that. He was like part of our family. He was family. I couldn't just be like, nope, sorry, that's too much, kill him. Like, no, just no. Thankfully, I mean, my ex-husband was a military officer, so we had plenty of money. Like, we could, that hurt, but we could do it. We could do it. Had my dog for 11 years, multiple boyfriends. I love her. Yep, dogs are the best, man. I miss my dog. Um, when I left my husband, I had 3 dogs. I had a Chihuahua and 2 Japanese chins. And those dogs were I called them my dragons. They were there for me and my kids. My kids were, in their 20s, like when my ex and I split up, but the 3 of us moved away, me and my 2 kids and these 3 dogs. And I had to get an apartment in New York. I moved to New York, and I had to get an apartment with 3 dogs and no proof of income. Try to get an apartment with no proof of income, let alone 3 dogs, and I did it. I found a place with those 3 dogs, and I was like, I am not leaving them. I am not leaving them behind. Absolutely not. Yeah, there's no way. I run a rescue. We are all overwhelmed and need fosters. I would love to foster. The only reason I don't have animals right now is because I'm renting this house and my landlord doesn't allow it. So, and I'm just really trying to be a good tenant and not ask for anything else, because I had to have my AC unit replaced this summer. Back in May, I had pipes burst. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can volunteer at all right, my dear. Marie says I'm going this time. Okay. Maybe I can volunteer or something. I don't know. If there's a way I can volunteer to help out that doesn't involve bringing a dog into my home. Maybe I'm volunteering for the sea turtle, endangered sea turtle organization right now, but I have yet to interface with a single animal. I have 11 dogs and 17 fosters, walk dogs at the shelter, or rescue day out programs for dogs. I'll do that. I'll do that because yesterday I was just like, I want my dogs. I need my dogs. You just really feel the love, After my 3, all 3 of my dogs all died within about a year of each other. They started dying off. The little one that took all the medication, he was the first one to die. And then the other Japanese chin was next. And both of them were declining. And then all I had left was my dog, Mudkip, and he just up and died on me one day with no warning. God. It's really hard to think about. And then when he was gone, all the animals were gone, and I had a cat too, and my son moved out and took the cat, and there were no animals in the house, and I was like, wow, I really depend on these animals to improve my mood. And so I thought I'm gonna just not have any animals for a while. And so that's what I did. I didn't have any animals for a while, and I kind of learned how to take care of myself, Hi, Rachel. I'm doing the 6-day star blanket. Yeah, I thought I had so much time with Mudkip because he was a Chihuahua and they lived for 20 years. He was only 14. And he was such an asshole. My vet would say that asshole will never die. you know, but he did. He just died one day. I miss him. He would always like how I just started tearing up just then, like he would have been here before the tear, you know, made it down my cheek. He would have been here. He would have felt that and he would have come running. He was very sensitive. Thank you very much. Okay. So here are the colors. I'm going to do a couple more rounds. I don't know how much longer I'll go. What is it, 10 o'clock? I'll do like one more round. Okay, so I just did this. I haven't done this yet. I've done this. Let's see what else I have here. What all you all think I should use. I have this one. This is different. That's differently different. This one I've already done, but I can do it again. There's also some of this, and I know there's this. I don't know if I really like the pink, but I have that. And I have and then there's like cream. I think I already decided I don't want cream. I don't think I want pink. I don't want to keep adding. I don't think I want this caca either. A lighter pink. Well, I'm just using up my stash, what I got here. Thank you very much for saying so. I think these are the colors I want to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colors. It's a lot. So how about this? I've already done this. And this. These two, how about this? I haven't done this denim blue. I'm offering you all the chance to pick. Those are good without adding more. Yeah, I don't want to keep adding more and more and more. Plus I have two other blankets to make, so I can add some of those other colors into those. Okay, whenever I fasten off, I join in a different area. So now I'm going to join, this is my double crochet 3 together cluster. I'm going to join right next to it. Yeah, the one time I fostered a dog too, I ended up keeping it. It was like the day I brought him home, they were like, maybe you'll end up keeping him. And I was like, okay. Okay, I'll keep him. They didn't have to ask me twice. I was just like, all right. Fostered over 500. Yeah. After my son moved out with the cats, and there was a local rescue group that I just saw on their Instagram. They were like, we need help socializing these kittens. And I was like, socializing kittens? I can do that. And so I was fostering the kittens for a while. I fostered like 3 or 4 little kittens and took care of them. And there was one, the last one that I fostered, I really did not want to let that kitten go. She was the sweetest cat. And she was so tiny, and she would climb right up on me. And this was before I had my breast reduction. She would sit right on my shelf right there. And while I crocheted and stuff, she would just curl up and go to sleep. She was so sweet. And it was right before I moved. I had to give her back. Is this too close? Is this not enough contrast? I'm thinking this isn't enough contrast. Let's do the gray next. But yeah, after I had to give that cat back, I was like, okay, this is enough heartbreak for a while. And then I moved down here to this place, and there's no cats or dogs allowed. And I can tell that they had cats here before because I can smell when it gets really like damp outside. I can smell cats. So I asked them, like, were there cats in this house? And they're like, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way around with this little ball of yarn. But yeah, I feel like I have I've been on my own without a cat or dog for a while, and I was traveling a lot too, so I was like, this isn't good for pets to for me to not be here all the time and be traveling. And I was actually thinking about like getting an RV and driving around, traveling around and taking that cat with me that I had. And I was like, you know, that's not going to be fun. That is not going to be fun or easy on the animal to be like traveling around with them like that. I'll wait until I'm ready to like settle in and not travel so much, and maybe have like a dog that could get in the car with me if I wanted to go somewhere, and like a small dog I could take along with me. But yeah, we'll see. I think I'm gonna have to buy a house first. So my 3 cats rule the house over 25 dogs. Wow. Do you follow that animal communicator? I think she calls herself on TikTok. Her name is Shirley, and her daughter shows her all the TikTok videos of the animals, and then she tells you what they're saying and what they're thinking, and it's fascinating. It's really fascinating. But one of the videos was she was talking about how the cats and the dog, oh, you would love it, you would absolutely love it. But she was talking about how the cats, she talks a lot about energy, and animals are really sensitive to energy, as I'm sure you know. um but she was talking about how dogs kind of throw their energy out in front of them. So that's why when they are, walking around and they're walking around the house and their energy is out in front of them. So the energy goes around the corner before they do. So that's how the cats can like lie in wait and they know they're coming because they just put their energy out in front of them. But the cats put their energy behind them. And that's how they're able to like sneak up on the dogs and stuff like that. So it was really fascinating because there was a video of a dog sneaking up on a cat, and she was like, oh, this is really interesting because the dog learned from the cats how to put its energy behind him and sneak up on the cats. And this is like a little game that they play. And she was like, oh, the cats are going to have a hard time winning now. You would love it. I keep tagging her in the videos of Howie the Crab, but I haven't, she hasn't responded to that. I haven't seen her do anything about Howie the Crab. Do you know about Howie the Crab? Howie just molted again a week or so ago. I happened to catch it live this time, but it's this very old crab that a lady keeps as a pet. And apparently, as they get older, molting is more and more difficult for them. So, whenever the crab molts, it's like everybody tunes in, like everyone follows every day for this crab. And it's very, I don't know what the word is, but for it, but the crab has been very humanized, I guess, or that's probably not the right word, but it definitely has a relationship with this lady who keeps it as a pet. Like it looks for her and stuff. It's crazy. She's taught it how to reach up its claw and high five her and domesticate it. Maybe. Um, I don't know. There's a word how people see the things that animals do and they imagine like a human interpretation. Like, oh, the dog just wants to be friends. Well, the dog doesn't really want to be friends, But it's like the people imagining it or giving them human characteristics when it's really animal instincts personification, maybe. That's closer, yeah. But this crab is definitely like responding to the lady and giving her high fives and stuff like that. It's crazy. You have to look it up. It's Howie the Crab. I think the account might be Howie's mom, but she shows updates about Howie and puts little hats and stuff on the crab and puts it on a leash and walks it outside. But she can't do any of that right now because she just anthropomorphism. Maybe that's it. I think that's it. Um, yeah, the crab can't go outside right now because it just molted, so it's all soft. And then its old shell, they eat the old shell for the calcium or, to help them build their new shells. They eat the old discarded shell, which I think is really gross, but that's what they do. Been following that for like a year, and she molted last year like around Christmas time, and then of course everybody's like, when's she gonna mold again, and it was, I guess, about 8 months, but they don't eat for like a month before they molt, and it just gets really scary because they could starve to death before they actually molt, or they could get stuck in their shell. There's just like I learned all this from that channel. Hi, Mary. Thank you. This is probably going to be my last round of the night. I feel like I'm cheating because I didn't start at the beginning, but I'm going to call it day one anyways. I found this much of this in my stash already completed before the live started, but all right, good night. Thanks for hanging out. W, you like the darker blue? There was a lot of inconsistency in these. Like, I think this and this are supposed to be the same color. I'm not sure. Just like a ton of inconsistency in these Ogos. And of course, they are, they're no more. They're not making them anymore. They're not setting the yarn up in this Ogo fashion anymore. I think that, let's see, I think that the colors are showing up on TikTok a little bit closer to what they really are. But this is not that bright purple. It's, well, maybe it is. I don't know. The colors are weird. And then I have an end there where the yarn ran out. It's going to be my last round of the night. It's after 10. I'm feeling good about what I got done today, though. I'll show you all the big bucket of yarn that I have going here. And I still have probably of these blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got like 7 more of these Ogos in this bucket. It's definitely enough for, oh gosh, trying to do 3 blankets. It's more than enough. Trying to do a star, a superstar, and a supernova. So if I'm able to come on tomorrow, I'll try and start that restart. I'm going to restart that super star that's behind me over there. I just don't like the way I did the beginning of it. So I'm going to restart. I'm going to redo the whole thing. And at the rate these guys grow, these won't take long to do, and it will definitely feel good to use up this stash. This one, this one, this one. This is, I'm changing colors every 3 rows, and then I'm doing a ridge. I'm turning the blanket at the beginning of round 6 every time, and I'm working front post double crochet on that round. It's the ridgy ditch. Almost there. Just have a little ways to go. Whoops, what was that? Becca Muffin. Hey there, Becca Muffin. By the way, Outer Banks Crochet is my other account. And what I'm planning to do over there, if you care to follow that account, is the beach crochet content where I just go out on the beach and I crochet out there and I show the ocean while I'm sitting out there. I do it over here from time to time, but I'm going to use that account for more local stuff. Trying to get myself inserted into the local scene. I've made a couple friends. I've made a couple enemies. What can I say? I don't put up with people's crap. Not anymore. Okay. Look at that. Look at it. It's gorgeous. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Let me do this. I'll put this down here so I can say goodnight to you all. Thank you so much for hanging out during live. It's been a real pleasure, and I'll see you again very soon. Hopefully tomorrow. See how things go with me. I just get real tired sometimes, so I'll try to come on again tomorrow. Bye.